Welcome, everybody. How you guys doing today? We are here. We are live. We got 4 people in the chat. Super duper duper. Yes, we're going to talk about how you could possibly gain your financial freedom. I know you heard it all before from several different people, but guys, you didn't hear it from me. I'm going to talk a little bit about tricks that I've used over the years to help me out. So maybe they can help you guys out. Don't forget, comment in the chat. Let us know what you think. And we'll get going on this. So I want to welcome in Scott Kahala. How are you, Scott? How are you doing today? Looks like you're the only one here. We've lost a couple people since we went live. Am I live? Can you hear me? Yeah, no, I think I am. All right, then. I guess subject nobody wants to talk about today. Well, I'm going to talk about it anyway. We did do a little bit with this channel and the other channel. We got some videos coming out on the other channel. This channel here, I did a video I'll have coming out tomorrow. It's going to be touching a little bit on the subjects of what we're going to be talking about today. Hey, live Q&A. How you doing, Paula? How you doing? So, Texas Joe, you said tricks to gain financial freedom. Did you mean techniques and habits? Yeah, you could probably call them, habits or techniques. It's things that I've used that help me out over the years. One of the things I found is it doesn't so much matter how much money you make, because as we all make more and more, we fall into the crutch of spending more and more. And again, we're going to be talking about that. Hi, David G. We're going to be talking about that in the video of a little bit more detailed about some of the tricks that I've done, 3 of the tricks I've done. The first one is basically, watch your budget. Everybody tends to live above their means in this world of credit. Credit is a very, very bad thing. If you don't need it a whole lot, I don't recommend buying it on credit. There are instances where you have no choice. You have to get it. Your car breaks down and you need your car to get to work. You have to do it. But when you use credit to go out and, I don't know, buy a TV, and you're sitting there paying on that TV for 2 years and paying all that interest, the only guys that are making out like fat cats are the bank that own that credit card that you borrowed the money from. Spending is the number one way to make more money. You watch your spending, you buckle down, you go through your budget, you figure out how much money you spend or how much money you really truly need. Now, I'm not saying change your lifestyle or anything. If you want to go, party every weekend and that's what you enjoy doing, that's your fun, do it, but do it more responsibly. So, hey, Bluegrass, what's up, Nick? Hey, financial freedom, or is it more money, no more problems? Yeah, a lot of times, and I was just talking about that, the more money you make, the more you spend. But in order to get financial freedom, you don't necessarily have to make more money. You just have to arrange your budget in such a way that some of your money is left. And then you take that leftover money, and here is the key to financial freedom. You take the leftover money and you put it in something that's going to make you money. Now, you guys know I stack silver and gold. Silver and gold is not a way to make money. That is a way. I know I'm going to get some thumbs down for that comment, but silver and gold is a way to store money you've already made. If you want to make money, you have to do things that generate an income, because once you buy the silver and gold, the only money that it will make per se, and that's not really making it because that's according to inflation up and down. And as you see, silver and gold goes up and down. Well, that's because inflation is going up and down. It is storing your value, not making you money. Now, don't get me wrong. I put over 20% of my net worth is in silver and gold. Some people say that's a little high. I feel it's, just right because I won't have to worry about, my freedom. It's easy, liquidable money. Smash the like, says Paula. My husband is a banker. He tells me all the time to have money. You have, I can't even read that small print. Let's put it up here. My husband is a banker. He tells me all the time to have money. You have to save money and don't spend. Spending is the biggest crutch that keeps people, I guess you could say, financially burdened or not financially free. If in today's world, the credit, it's there, oh, I want this new car. Oh, I want this new TV. If you had to pay cash. Now, when I was a kid, credit wasn't such a big thing. But when I was a kid, if you didn't have the money for that TV, that car, that stereo or whatever, you just didn't get it. And back then, banks paid a lot more because they were able to hold more of your money and loan it out to other people. They did pay a lot more interest back then. Now, I'm, again, not a financial advisor. These are just tricks and tips that I've used to help me gain financial freedom. I am still, in my opinion, I am not financially free. To me, financial freedom is you wake up one morning, and this is my ideal of financial freedom, and you say, I'm not going to work another day in my life because you have your money working for you. That is financial freedom, is where your money will make the money you need to live on. And I don't really consider fiat money. However, fiat currency is the means of trade in today's world. We don't get, if we don't have the money for it, we save. Yeah, that's something a lot of people, credit is so easy to get, and that is the biggest drawdown on people, keeping them free. Now, you can get out of that. It takes a long time. Now, when I say gain your financial freedom, you're not going to be able to, well, some people have, and they've gotten lucky, went out and bought some cryptocurrency or something and made a whole lot of money. But you have to think realistically, what can you do with your knowledge or your means to help you? And the easiest thing to do is to lower your budget in such a way that you're able to take some of your already earned money, like you get, let's say you get $500 a week. So you got $500 and you want to sit there and you want to try to save 10% of that. You want to try to save $50 a week. So you have to sit there and say, okay, I can go to a fast food restaurant and I can get something to eat, or I can go to a real nice restaurant once a month and really enjoy the food instead of going to a fast food restaurant every couple of days or every week. So you get more enjoyment out of your money if you start watching your money, and it will trickle down and you'll get in the habit of being more conservative with your money. Okay, and here it is. The more you make, the more you want, and you tend to spend more. Only problem is when you lose some of that income, you still have the debt, which is exactly what I was talking about, road to financial freedom. If you have debt, that road to financial freedom is very, very hard. I have been, in my entire life, I have been in debt $0, and I have been in debt $250,000 at one time. But the difference with me is I have always owned businesses, so a lot of that debt was business related. When I started getting up near $250,000 in debt, I started, what am I doing? What am I going to do? If I miss a beat, like Deep Stacker said, if your income goes down, you're still in debt. I was always worried about missing a beat. So what I always did was I always tried to make my income my cost of living to income ratio, I always tried to make it to where I could still take 20% of that money, pay down debt. I could take 20% of that money and just bank it or whatever. I've always lived well below my means, and I still, to this day, look at me, I wear t-shirts. I don't buy no $20, $50, $100 shirts. I buy these $10, $15 t-shirts because I like them. They're comfortable. It's just me. But again, I have a football. There's a lot of pants out there that are a lot cheaper than what I wear. I wear Levi's. So that's my crutch is Levi's. So yeah, I don't have any credit cards or on credit. If I can't buy what I need with cash, I'll just wait a little longer. Yes. Oh, here you go. It took me 3 years to save up for my truck. And that is something that she mentioned. It took her 3 years. We are already saving for another vehicle. We don't plan on buying another vehicle on credit, even if it's interest free, because when you have that payment, that keeps you from becoming financially free. Okay, guys, I'm going to open up the call line. If anybody wants to call in and give some opinions on this subject, we're going to be opening it up in about 3 minutes. I'll put the number in because I want to be up here 15 minutes before we actually start accepting calls. And I will open up the call line, and you will go live. If you call, I will say you're live with just a guy. So if you don't want to be live, your voice don't want to be live, we totally understand, but I will put you on speaker immediately. Here's something from Deep Stacker. My wife and I have always lived our lives as if there was only one income. That way, if something happened to one of us, we could handle our bills. Yes, that is another road to financial freedom, because then you have that extra income. You can buy silver and gold, and you can store that income, which is a good method, but it doesn't make you extra money. Or you can buy real estate, and with real estate, it's a little trickier with real estate, because the problem with real estate is if you're not working the real estate, it is actually a deficit. A lot of people don't understand that. And when I say deficit, you still have insurance, you still have maintenance. That building, that roof just keeps on getting, rained on and snowed on. That's income that you have to spend to keep that roof up. You have to lawn care. You have to do any kind of yard work, snow plowing or whatever. But when I say working your real estate, what I mean by that is when you work real estate, you are leasing out the real estate to someone else, and then you can make a lot of money that way. But however, I don't favor real estate as far as a holding. I favor just plain land. The taxes are cheaper, and then maybe you can get somebody to lease that out. That way you don't have the maintenance that's involved, because maintenance and the insurance on a building is a lot more expensive than maintenance on a piece of property. The biggest problem I found with real estate is on the residential side, it's vetting the proper people to get in there, because most people, and I'm not saying all people are bad. There's a lot of great people out there, but a lot of people have the mentality, it's not mine. I'm not worried about it. I always, when I used to deal more in real estate, I would always look for that person that was willing to take extra good care. And they're hard to find, someone that takes extra good care. And I know there's a lot of you guys out there that take extra good care of real estate that you're renting. I mean, there's so many of you out there, but my luck, and it's not good, I've always had bad luck with real estate, got bad renters in there, and that was a big problem. So we have a whole 12 people in here. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us. We're going to go ahead and open up the call line. If anybody wants to call and give some input on that, there it is. I'm still not ready to start letting people up on the chat yet, because I don't know everybody. I don't know. What do you think? Do you guys think I should let someone up on the stream or use the call line? What do you think? Let me know. There's a call line if somebody wants to call in. I mean, I guess I could let somebody up if they want. I don't know. You guys tell me. My wife and I. Oh, I already read that one. So everybody left me, man. Is anybody still here? There we go. Call line. Yeah, Scott, what the call line is like if you have an input, you could call in if you don't want to come up live. If people would rather come up live, I don't have a problem with that, but I do have to be able to see your face down in the box down here. So you'll have to at least show your face so I'll know who you are. Of course, we are still here. Well, thank you, Nick. So would you guys rather call or come up and chat? I don't know. You tell me. I'm just a guy. I don't know a whole lot of nothing. I pretty well, said what I need to say about your spending. I don't want to touch on every subject because, like I said, I do have a video coming out tomorrow. It's, I don't know. How long is it? Let's see. I will tell you exactly how long it is. I don't know exactly. My nose has been itching all night. Go figure that one out. Okay. Is my volume okay on this? Not too loud, not too low. 6 minutes, 59 seconds is the video. The name of the video is Make More Money. Yes. It'll give you all the tricks that I've done over the years. I'm always broke, so I have nothing to contribute. Actually, Paula, something to contribute is if you're always broke, is tell people why you're always broke. Because when people hear other people's stories about why they don't have money, they're like, oh, am I doing that? Should I not do that? Anyway, for those of you that want to come up, there's a link. If you'd rather do it that way, you feel free. Rockzilla, hello, Bluegrass, JJ. So yeah, guys, there are so many things. This is not a subject that you can stretch out for a whole hour. So if you guys want to talk about something else, that would be great. Here is someone that I've been a landlord for 6 years and is selling the house next month. The tenants suck. That is the problem I've always had with tenants. I was thinking about maybe getting into commercial, but I have had, don't get me wrong, I've had great tenants over the years too. But it's like 1 out of 4 or 5, you can still lose a lot of money. But you definitely have to work your real estate if you put money into real estate. I find it best to invest in silver and gold as a wealth insurance, as a store of my value. And I also find it best to invest in the stock market. And the reason why, when I say invest in the stock market, I don't mean go out and just start hand picking stocks. If you're going to do it yourself, I do feel, and this is just my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor, I do feel that you need to do the proper research on the stocks that you do want to purchase or that you are interested in. There are a lot of algorithms that you really need to pay attention to. So since I don't want to do all that, I went and hired a broker. My broker is Edward Jones, and he's done me really well. I actually lost money the first year and a half. I fired that guy, and then I went with Edward Jones. And it took me over a year, and then before I started making money, and every year I make just a little more. Like if, let's say I make 1 year, now this isn't the exact figure. 1 year I'll make $1,000. The next year I might make $1,200. But that's the thing about the stocks is that money, you make that money and then you make a little extra money off the money you've made money on, and it just keeps going up. It's compounded. Compounded money is good money. It is some of the best money. And again, I don't mean to be referring to fiat as money, but it is our means of trade. Big Red, what's up? So guys, if nobody wants to come up and talk about this, I mean, I can talk about whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yes, there are great people who rent. Just the ones I've had not been the best. I've had great ones. I've had bad ones. I mean, it's all good. It happens. So, yeah, financial freedom, the first step to financial freedom is get a hold of your budget and figure out how much you really need to live and wig it around and make it work. And when I say how much you need to live, let's say you like to buy, I like to drink soda pop. You call it soda, you call it pop, whatever part of the world or country you're in, you refer to it how you do. Carbonated beverage. Instead of buying a single unit carbonated beverage, I think they're, oh God, I don't know. Last time I checked, they were $1.40, $1.50 for a 20-ounce bottle. I don't know. I don't buy them like that. Why? Because I watch my money. I buy cases of pop for, I think, $8, and I get 24 cans. Well, I would only get like what? 8 divided by 1.5. I'd get about 6 bottles, and this is at least 2 or 3 times that much, even though they're 12-ounce cans. But that's things you do. You don't need to change your lifestyle. You just need to change how. And that's the key, is changing how you spend your money, not what you spend your money on necessarily. Although sometimes in some cases, what you spend your money on could be detrimental if you're spending it wrong. Can you speak to your own financial freedom? My own financial freedom. I could retire. However, if I retired, there is a risk of towards another 20 or 30 years of running out of money. So I don't retire. To me, financial freedom, like I said, is being able to wake up one morning and say, I'm not going to work no more because I've got enough money working for me. I do not have enough money working for me. I do have enough money to retire on, but it's not all in a working for me form. It's a lot of it, as you know, store value. Store value does not make you money. It just preserves your money. I like dividend-based stocks. Dividend-based stocks are really good, but the problem with them, if they pay too high of a dividend, there's a risk of their value going down. They cannot usually. I feel most comfortable with dividend stocks that pay around 2% or less, because if you start getting up like what is AT&T, 8% for AT&T, but their stock value keeps going down, so 8% keeps going down too. So if the stock value is too high or the dividend is too high, that is risky. What I like my stocks to do is pay me more than I have to pay my financial advisor to take care of my portfolio, which is, I think he charges me somewhere between 1.3% or something. I don't know exactly what it is. $1.89. Oh, really? Is it that high? Wow. See? I haven't bought them in so long, I don't know. That's $1.89 for a single bottle of pop. We don't have tax up. We have that 10-cent deposit. Soda pop expert. Okay, Bluegrass. I save my bottles a can. When I get 1,000, I get 5 cents a can. Count them myself. I get 6 cents a can whenever you check. I get 10 cents, but I have to pay 10 cents to get them. First thing I did was pay off all my debts, credit cards, loans, mortgages, and car payments. I don't have no money being wasted on debts, so I can enjoy financial freedom. Just a moment, guys. We got somebody. Are they out of area? They are, so let's put them on speaker. Good evening. You're on live YouTube with Just a Guy.
Oh, this is Scott.
Scott, what's up? How you doing?
Not much. Like I said, we're working on selling the rental house right now, and in the process of remodeling to get it to sale.
Can you guys hear him okay? This is Scott Kahala, by the way.
So that's what we've been working on. Since I had a job loss in 2008, we were just about all credit, to where now by selling the house, we will have no debt at all. So that's what we've been working on since 2008.
Now, Scott, have you had, you said you've had bad renters. Have you ever had good renters?
Absolutely.
Because I've had good renters.
Yeah, I think you're right in the 1 in 4. that's a really good number, and I've had one really good one and two that have really not been the best. And my parents have been rent landlords for 25 years, and they're about the same, 1 in 4.
The problem I have with rentals is like I said, I have too much trouble with getting the bad renters, and it takes too much of my time. Time is my most valuable asset. So I really don't like rentals in that respect, is when you get a bad renter, you have to spend a whole lot of time. And I have a lot of time that's wrapped up in doing all the other stuff I do. And time is the most valuable commodity.
Oh, absolutely. And, it's great to get a rent check, but when you see them do a couple $1,000s worth of damage, and you can chase them, you can go after them, and it's like, well, yeah, but that's all time too.
When I used to rent, I would go in and I'd spend $500 or $1,000 in between every tenant, fixing everything up, and that was just my normal routine maintenance. But when they would mess stuff up, it could cost me thousands. And that's just that $500 to $1,000. That's going replacing any carpets or painting or whatever. And Yankee does agree with you. He says renters are a real challenge. 1 out of 4 is tough odds. Yeah, you can only get one good one. I mean, when I say a good renter, in my opinion, good renter is somebody who'll say, "Hey, I'm going to fix this, and you owe me for it." I go, "No problem at all. I'll pay you. I'll even give you extra for doing it." That to me is a good renter, someone who's going to fix a problem because it wore out when they was there, and all I got to do is give them the part and then give them a little bit of money for their labor. To me, that's a great tenant.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody loves those tenants.
My thing is just a renter who will call you and say, "Hey, this broke."
Yeah, even that is a help. But some of them, they won't call you. I had a renter one time. They were moving out, and they literally turned the faucet on. They were in an upstairs apartment and let it drip, and it just ruined the whole ceiling and everything. So yeah, it's definitely a challenge, I guess you could say. It takes a lot of time. Everybody agrees here. I've had a few people, I've been tagging them. And Yankee said, I almost became a landlord in 08. Glad I didn't. So, yeah, is there anything else you want to add there, Scott?
Just it's a challenge to get out of debt, but once you do, it's opened up a ton for me and my family. We do a lot more traveling and a lot more time with family instead of trying to chase the dollar to make the next payment. So, but it's a hard road, but once you get adjusted to it, it gets easier.
My ideal of financial freedom is slightly different than other people's. Most people's ideal of financial freedom is and I could be wrong, guys. I don't know. Maybe I am. But most people, I believe their ideal of financial freedom is making enough money to do what they want with and do whatever they want. To me, financial freedom is waking up one morning and say, I'm never working again. I have enough of my money working for me to give me an income. To me, that's true financial freedom.
Well, for me, the goal always was, our son is out of the house now. We were young when we had him. So now we want to spend time and go do the traveling and stuff that we didn't do before we had our son. So now we want to do that and not worry about it. If we want to go, we just go.
Man, it must be nice. I can't get up and go like that.
It's for us. That's our goal, and that's the road we're headed down.
All right. Super, sir. Thanks for calling. We really appreciate it. And thanks for your input on that.
Yeah. We'll talk to you later.
Okay. Thanks, Scott. Bye.
Yep. Bye.
Now, I got a comment pinned up here from Texas. Joe, I've done well with all my real estate, but this was my licensed profession. I do know real estate agents do very well. They have a little bit more knowledge in the field than the average Joe like me or Scott or anybody else. So they would tend to do a little better. They also have access to things that a normal person wouldn't, Now, nowadays, more people have access to running the proper credit checks. But you're talking 20 years ago, an average person, they couldn't run a credit check on people. So, Vendoriums and evictions being a risk. No thanks. Yes, it's tough. I had a renter do the same downstairs. Yeah, but like I said, real estate is one of the things that could be a financial freedom, but it takes a lot of time. And as you know, the most valuable thing on earth is time, because when it's gone, you can't get it back. It's gone. I know. I bet you, if I was to make a fool's bet, and I don't think it'd be a fool's bet, you could approach any billionaire in the world, and if you was to make a deal with them to where they could have 60 years of their life back, they would give you all their money, because they know they can't have it. They can never have their life back, their time back. They have all the memories. Of course, they're going to have a little clause in there and say, well, you got to save me a little bit of money, so I can start over. But yeah, time is the most valuable asset. So guys, financial freedom is very important. Financial freedom is the ability for us to retire comfortably. That is another aspect of financial freedom. Medical debt is the worst. Yeah, guys, thank you, Plumber. He says, good point, just a guy. Guys, the most important thing about getting to financial freedom is wiggling out of debt. Don't go buying something unless you absolutely need it if you have to borrow the money, because that is a belt. That is a strap that's going to keep you from ever becoming financially free. I was rejected by prominent financial analysts to engage with me for financial advice. Second one, couldn't wrap their minds around someone stacking and investing outside stock and bonds. As I was saying earlier, Yankee, the only drawback with silver and gold is it doesn't earn you dividends, so to speak. However, it is wealth insurance. It is easily liquidable. It does store your value. And that, to me, is why I stack over 20% of my net worth is in silver and gold. I have no problem stacking up. Again, I know I don't make money per se, but at least I secure 20% of what I've earned, over 20% of what I earn, and not have to worry about losing money, because you can lose money in real estate. You can lose money in stocks. It is a gamble like anybody else. Oh, here we go. Mrs. Plummer works in a financial firm. They all think I'm nuts for buying silver and gold like I do. Plummer, you're not nuts. You're buying insurance. Tell them, ask them, say, what would you guys do if you didn't buy car insurance and you got in a wreck? Well, I'm buying wealth insurance in case I ever am not able to work for one reason or another. That's what it is. That's what silver and gold is. It's your wealth insurance. I'm reading, watching financials, but without continuous debt piling up, and it will all come crashing. That is true. He's saying you can lose money, and I think he's talking about in anything, but the insurance, the stacking insurance is good, is good. He says he'll let if his opinion changes in a couple of weeks as I get further. Rick, Kyle, Keith, don't forget about cryptocurrency, guys. I did touch base on cryptocurrencies a while ago. You can make a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot of money. I myself don't, I guess you could say, don't invest in cryptocurrency. And I'm not saying it's a Ponzi scheme or nothing like that. I just don't want the risk, because I know one thing I know about crypto is if there's ever any type of EMP, one of them pulse things, electrical pulse or whatever they call it, you can lose it. You lose your passwords, you can lose it. There are a lot of things in place for like you can go with Coinbase and stuff like that where your password may be protected. But I've heard stories, and I just don't want to go to something I don't know about. I don't know a lot about cryptos, but I do know there are a lot of people making a lot of money, and there are some that are losing. So when you take your extra money that you've saved to invest, if you do invest in crypto, and this is from my financial advisor, will sit there and tell you only invest a small percentage and then try to make money off of it. And if you lose it, you lose it. It happens. Wealth insurance. Oops. Where'd it go? There it is. Wealth insurance. Yeah, we got to love the wealth insurance, guys. I'm going to throw a link up again so you guys can come up on chat if you want. And I'm also going to throw in the phone number. So if you guys want, you may call in. So there's both of them, whichever way you want to do it. So your inputs do help the chat along. It does help everybody get a better feel. Don't forget tomorrow, I'm not sure exactly what time I'm going to set it. I do have a video lined up for this channel. Make more money. It gets into what we're talking about tonight a little bit deeper. 6 minutes, 59 seconds is what it says on the YouTube thing. There you go. There is a lot of money, unclaimed property because of the financial markets. There's a lot of unclaimed money everywhere. But the thing you have to worry about with the unclaimed money is be careful, because there are scammers out there that will try to call you and tell you have unclaimed. So don't give out any of your personal info. Find out about them first before you start telling them about you. It's always best to do your due diligence. Okay, so we've got somebody calling in. Let's see. You're live with Just a Guy. Can I help you?
Hey, Just a Guy.
Hi. I'm doing okay. It sounds like I don't know. Why don't you tell them who it is? I know who you are. You're DS.
Hey,
that's all I'll
are
say.
you online?
Yeah, I'm online. I just said you're live.
Hey, everybody.
He says, "Hey, everybody." This is one of our YouTube people. That's why I went ahead and did it. So you want to be offline? Because I can't talk to you if you want offline.
I don't know. I want to ask you a question. I have an eBay store.
Okay.
Did they ever mess with you?
Did eBay ever message?
Do things to like your listings or anything like that?
They do all kinds of stuff to your stuff. Yeah, they mess with you.
Okay.
So with eBay, I don't sell on eBay anymore. I found it to be
I just started.
Feebay, I guess you could say.
Yeah, right. And I just started, it took 2 weeks. So 2 days ago, I had a listing. I put up two 1948D Franklin $half. One of them had character. It had a hazing on it.
Okay.
But I know underneath it was beautiful. I handpicked these at an auction in Illinois. Okay.
All right. Doug, we're talking about financial freedom tonight. So you want me to call you back after the stream? Yes or no?
Yeah, call me back if you like to. I don't
Okay,
want to
sir.
your stream.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. He was talking about something else, so we wanted to not be on that topic for right now. I know nothing about crypto, never heard of it until after I retired. I had a chance to buy, like the guy who bought 10,000 Bitcoin, but I didn't because I knew nothing about it. It was 0.0002 or 4 zeros and then a 2 of a dollar. It was cheap. And I didn't buy it back in 09, 10 because I didn't know what it was. I didn't want to put my money out. Of course, I should have put $100 out. I learned this about being a stacker. If a stacker is uninterested in crypto, don't bother explaining it. So yeah, there you go, guys. Crypto is hard to understand. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't understand it. I do own some Bitcoin. It's only because I got it for free. It's like $10 now. Hey, I got $10 worth of bit. But no, I had a chance to buy a couple $100 worth, and I just didn't want to. I would have been 100 millionaire. But hey, who knows what? Every state has unclaimed property division, and it's free. Yeah, that is true. John. But like I said earlier, you have to be careful. You have to find out about the person who's getting a hold of you, or you can, like he's saying, go to the state and find out about it. You call them. Don't wait for somebody to call you, because a lot of times if somebody calls you, it will be a scam. So do your due diligence there. If you try to get some of that unclaimed property, that is property is worth money, but the problem with property is, like I said, it can be a deficit unless you work it. I find the easiest way to make money, the easiest way is the simplest way. Watch how you spend your money. Don't stop spending. Don't stop having fun. Just alter how you do it. The only reason I got back into crypto was because of Plumber and Raven coins back in June. They made me a believer again. Thank you, guys. And Plumber says, awesome. I'm a billionaire. Woo woo. There you go, High Pockets. So we got L&W shows in here. A lot of people in here, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I mean, it just makes me really feel good to see over 20 people in this stream engaging, because as you know, when you're in the chat, what works is when you guys engage with the chat and ask questions, call on the line, come up on the screen, whichever you want to do. I offer both possibilities. The engagement is what makes the streams great. Angel Squirrely Squirrel. I didn't see Mrs. Coincre in the chat, so maybe she's not there. I don't know. So guys, I do appreciate you guys. I mean, you guys help us grow. You help all of our channels grow, and I just don't know what to say. It is humbling. I did put out a video on the Coin Crew channel earlier for those of you that are into coins. I am going to be ecstatic when somebody comes in here that I don't know, that is not into coins, just to learn about, whatever. This channel is basically just a help channel. Maybe it'll morph to something else. It's just that the only reference material I have with YouTube is from my coin channel. It's the only channel I've ever done. Love these conversations. Thank you, Plumber. Guys, I just want to, I don't know. I want to be here and try to help anybody I can. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my 54 years of wisdom that I've been on this God's green earth. And when I say God's green earth, I'm not trying to be religious or nothing. I don't talk religion. I don't talk politics. But I've been on this earth for 54 years, and I've made a lot of mistakes, a lot. And most of my mistakes are financial. So I know what not to do now. So I know a lot of things not to do. Think when came out there was. Okay. I don't know if there are any free games to earn cryptos. You can mine Bitcoin, I think, but that takes a lot. It takes a whole lot. Heard about a gaming and crypto, but didn't get a chance to understand it. I know there is ways to try to get Bitcoin, but there's only so much of that out there. Hoard coins, says JJ. There you go. That's a way for financial freedom. When you store your money, that is important for your financial freedom. It's very important, because by storing your money into silver and gold, that's money you have sitting. But you do have to remember that it's not earning you money. It's only storing your money. It's not paying you dividends. So when I say you want to make your money work, I'm talking about putting your money somewhere that can make you money. Whether you want to actually work the real estate, whether you want to just pay a broker to take care of a stock account for you, that's all good stuff. So like I said, I do have a video coming out tomorrow on this channel. Make more money. Hopefully you guys like it. I don't know. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. Don't matter. I made it because I wanted to and I like it. And that's what counts. I do company cleanouts, awesome pay. They pay me to clean out the buildings and get a lot of resale stuff as well, along with a lot of scrap metals. Gotta love free money for a little labor. Yeah. You know, one of the keys to working, and a lot of people, and I think these young folks, and I don't know if any of you guys are young folks. To me, a young folk is these millennials that are like, what are they, under 30, under 35 or whatever? They have mastered the art of less work for more money. I have yet to figure that out. It's like my nephews and nieces are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. I'm like, what? And they're not doing nothing but computer stuff. I'm old school. I don't know about all this computer stuff. I'm still learning, so it is what it is. So yeah, oh man, there I am OCD with these lights again. I got to turn on a side light or something. Too much shadow on my neck. Driving me nuts. I just now figured that out. This thing is driving me nuts too, that phone. So guys, anybody got any questions about any tricks they may want to share to try to help people with their financial freedom? Because that's always a plus to become financially free. We'll get these lights working. There we go. That's better. Never too old to get better. Yeah, you're a young one, plumber. You're young. You're way young compared to me. Texas Joe says, I have a trick. We're waiting to hear that, Texas. You want to come up or you just want to throw it in the chat? Let me know. If you want to come up and tell them, that's great. Otherwise, you can just throw it in the chat. But you heard it there. You heard it right here. He has a trick. So is he going to share his trick? That's the question. Yes, learn everything you can about money in the financial system. I wish 20 years ago there would have been somebody like me explaining all this stuff to me, because 20 years ago I used to have a lot more cash than I had. I was a little bit more free flowing, and man, did I waste it. But I didn't know. I could have bought Apple stock. I could have bought gold and silver. Of course, I was buying gold and silver, but I wasn't buying it to store myself. I was just buying it for resale purposes. No, I don't like that light either. So I'm turning that one back on. Well, yeah, it's definitely important to learn everything you can about money. Absolutely. I bought 3 houses just off scrap metal and reselling stuff I got paid to take. Dude, need a son? It sounds like you've got the art of getting stuff free down there, buddy. It's the small stuff that usually harms you in the long term. Eating out, smokes, booze, clothes. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that, and I can kind of take this somewhere, Joe. Texas Joe is talking about it's the small stuff. A lot of people don't realize that one of the things that will hurt you in the long run, you're like, you go into the gas station and you buy a pack of gum, or you go to the Family Dollar or the Dollar General or the dollar store in general. Not to pick on any particular dollar store. You go to the dollar store where everything's $1, if they still have those anymore. And it's only $1. Oh, it's only $1. Oh, it's only $1. And when you get to the checkout, you got like 80, 90 bucks of stuff you really didn't want in the first place. So yeah, it's the small stuff that hurts you. The small stuff will take your money. And that's why a lot of people are like, oh, it's a 20, I don't want to break it. Or it's a 50, I don't want to break it. People have a certain level of bill. They just hold on to it and they don't want to let it go, because that can happen. Oh, look at this. Silver Craze Mama has graced us with, wow, that's a proof liver chat, has graced us with her presence. Look at that. I stopped going to my absolute favorite place, Dunkin Donuts. I know he's talking about Dunkin. You are talking about Dunkin Donuts, right? Dunkin. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize you go to those fast food places, you need to already be financially free if you're going to stuff like that repetitively. Now, I'm saying don't do it every once in a while, because it's good to eat out, even if it is just a little quickie fast food joint. I mean, it's nice to not have to cook, but don't do it unless it's money you can. If you got like a lighter or something, just flick it and burn your money. Yeah, then you can go to a fast food restaurant. But if you ain't got that kind of money, to just throw away, I wouldn't do it. Keith, don't know who Silver Craze is. Shoosh. Oh, okay. No, I don't know nobody, man. I'm just a guy. So, yeah, the key mostly, I think, and Texas Joe said it, watch the little purchases. They will cripple you financially, and you won't even see it coming. It's like somebody coming up behind you, smacking you in the back of the head, and then you look around and nobody's there. And that's what going to a dollar store does to your finances. It smacks you in the back of the head, and before you know it, all your money's gone. Love their coffee, but I added up what I spent weekly and monthly, and it was an easy call, but I do crave it. And yeah, maybe you guys can add up, like I said, go over your budgets and figure out where your dollars are being spent. But definitely watch the video tomorrow. It'll give you a couple more tricks. And, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Some of it's what we've talked about tonight, though. But it is something different. Make more money. Without even getting another job, getting a pay raise, you can make more money. Be on your road to financial freedom. I'm scared to add up how much I spend on my apple fritters or my 3 breakfasts per day. Wow, 3 breakfasts, dude. That's a lot of breakfast. I love breakfast. I can eat breakfast lunchtime, dinner time, doesn't matter to me. The old saying, there you go. A penny saved is a penny earned. Ben Franklin. Yes, I have said that so many times before. When you can save a penny and not miss it, that's when you will be headed down the road. Not on it, but you're headed down to it. You get to the habit of that saving. And once you start doing it, you'd be surprised how easy it is to do it in other aspects. It's like, and I'm sure Plumber has experienced this, and not to be calling you out, Plumber, but you just recently started buying silver and gold. Once you start getting into the habit of buying these precious metals, it's easy to keep buying them. Well, it's the same way with your finances. Excuse me. Once you get into the habit of saving or investing to earn more money, it becomes easier to do. As well as someone else, I think, I don't remember who it was, earlier in this chat said, the more money you make, the more you spend. But you don't, when you get lower pay, then you don't lower your spending down. It's easier to spend more if you got more. It's easier to save more if you are in the habit of saving frugally. I found the easy way to save is writing down every dollar, where every dollar is going for 2 weeks. It will be amazing. Yeah, all these little tricks these guys are giving you, guys, definitely go back over this chat. You don't really even have to have the volume on. Just go back over the chat and read the chat. I'm seeing a lot of different comments about a way for you guys to help get you on the road to financial freedom. Not headed towards it, but actually on it. These are all great ideas. Penny pile makes a dollar pile after a while. I like that saying. But I still like Ben Franklin saying better. Penny saved is a penny earned. Texas Joe says, that's good practice, a good habit. Audit yourself. Auditing yourself is very good, guys. So yeah, it is very good to do, because if you don't know where your money's going, just like Texas Joe said, that money is going to smack you in the back of the head and run away. So you need to know where it's going. You need to make sure you can keep track of your spending, and you can be on the road to financial freedom. Used to have spending problem, just a feeling to buy something. So I fixed that with buying silver and gold. So now I spend money on getting money. Yes, he spends money on getting real money. So yeah, if you guys have a spending problem, just spend more on silver and gold, because with the silver and gold, you're buying wealth insurance, which is a good thing, because you're not really spending your money when you buy that stuff. You can be spending your money if you buy the ice cream type stuff and it doesn't go anywhere. But you still have more of it than just buying a soda pop or an ice cream. I haven't bought a new pair of shoes in 2 years. I used to have some that I didn't even wear, and now I'm a cheap ass. Now I'm a cheap ass. Dude, what I do is I wear my shoes out. I keep wearing them until they wear out, and then I go buy another one when they start talking to me. Whether they get a hole in them or the sole wears out, that's Michael Thacker. We're talking about financial freedom. So if you want, when the chat's over, which is going to be a few minutes, go back and just read the chat. There's a lot of great ideas from the chat to help you guys out, and they've been poured in. I mean, there's parts there where there's not, but then there's other parts where there's just one after the other, because that is what makes the live stream good, is when you guys are typing in the chat, you give me something to feed off, you give other people ideas, and they may sit there and take those ideas to heart. They may practice those ideas, like Scott sit there and says, audit yourself. Or he says, write everything down. And Texas Joe says, audit yourself. Stuff about spending too much money at fast food restaurants. I still have a spending problem, gold and silver. I think that's everybody's spending problem. There's nothing wrong with that. It's wealth insurance. But do remember one thing, guys, about the gold and silver. Never try to overspend. You should always try to keep a 6-month minimum window of your bills in cash. Even though fiat sucks, you should still keep it in cash, because you don't want to sell your gold and silver, your wealth insurance, if you don't have to, just to pay a bill. Spare change goes in a bucket. Yep, that's a good idea. That's why I wear socks when I pour, so I don't wreck my unlucky boots. There you go. Takes money to make money. True that, plumber. Yeah, guys, and that was what I was talking about with the stocks, is you're not going to see an overnight sensation. It's going to take time. Like I had told you the story about when I got into the stocks the second time around, because back in 04 to 08, I lost like $8,500 trying to do it by myself. But you can't make money fast. You gotta give it your all. Try to give a little bit of money up to make a little bit more, and don't expect great returns in the beginning, because compounded interest is how you would really make your money. No, I can't tell that story because that's on the video tomorrow. I was fixing to tell you how much you need to put in to make a certain amount of money. So you guys got to watch the video to hear that one. So I'm gonna stop with that story and go to something else. So you guys got to watch that video tomorrow. It'll be up tomorrow. I'm just not sure what time. I haven't set the time. I've already loaded it. I've got the thumbnail, so it's just make more money. That's the thumbnail with a picture of my ugly self. Okay, my silver will be there when fiat eats itself. True. Wealth insurance. But you do have to remember that I personally don't feel the fiat is going to disrupt, I guess you could say, corporations. I think it will disrupt the dollar if it ever crashes. Your corporation, your shares will go down, but I don't think it'll disrupt the amount of holdings you have in a corporation. However, it the holdings, they might have to issue out a whole bunch more shares, but you're still going to have the same amount of shares, or if they reverse split. I don't think it's going to like totally mess up a stock market to the point of you don't have anything at all. It will hurt some companies though. And some people will lose in the stock market if the fiat crashes. There's no doubt about that. So it is good to have that wealth insurance of silver and gold. No, I don't replace the inserts, Dr. Scholes, but they don't wear that fast. I never buy inserts for my shoes. I just, however they are, I buy them. There you go. Just what I was talking about earlier. Compounding interest is wealth building. Investments, time, in market, it's science. So yeah, sounds like Texas Joe knows a little bit about making some money. Maybe that's why he's in Texas. They say everything's bigger in Texas. Maybe they got bigger wallets down there. Do you guys got bigger wallets down there? I mean, we carry these little, 3x5, these little bitty wallets. You guys got them. Here's our wallets. And here's probably a Texas wallet. It's like this. They got bigger wallets, literally. Louis G, what's up? So yeah, compounded interest is a good plus. So guys, I want to thank everybody for being here. Wow, so many people. We held around 20 people, the whole chat. I want to thank you all. It's going to be tomorrow, early afternoon, or at least, I don't know when it'll be out. It might be out in the morning. I don't know. Just look for the new video coming out on this channel. I have to throw this up before we leave. We have large billfolds, that's for sure. Told you, everything's bigger in Texas. I was thinking about retiring to Texas one day. I don't know. I'm just a guy. I don't know nothing. So, guys, thanks for being here. I hope we helped you out a little bit, the people in the chat and myself. It gives you something to ponder. It's definitely something to ponder. You may come back and look at the stream again and say, well, maybe I should try that. Maybe I should practice that. Read the chat if you do come back. It's very important. When I go back to other streams, I go and I read the chat. I'm more worried about what's going on in the chat than I am about what's going on the screen. Because the chat, sometimes you can get some good info from people. It's a collaboration of the minds talking about whatever topic the person on the screen is talking about. So, guys, thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I will see you on this channel next week, 5:15. If you want to be here, don't know what we're going to talk about until we get there. But tomorrow we got a video coming out, Make More Money. Wednesday, we got a coin roll hunt on Coin Crew. Auction, Halloween auction is Sunday. And then we got a couple videos ready for the go on Coin Crew as well. So, guys, thank you. And our channels would not be growing without the support of everybody in here. And you guys have no idea what it means. Thanks a lot, and I really appreciate it. Everybody, have a great night, and we will see you soon. Bye.